Every person has choices in their life that impact them and have the ability to define themselves. Choices can be choosing to take someone's life or choosing to be hateful, but these choices impact many aspects of a person's life. With every choice, it helps display the true character of a person. What direction would you choose? What choice would you make regarding your life? What is the impact of a single moment on a life, and how do our choices reveal our character? The first text introduced is Telltale Heart, written by Edgar Allan Poe. He describes the nature of a man being influenced by another man's disturbing eye. The quote, "Whenever it fell upon me, my blood ran cold, and so by degrees, very gradually, I made up my mind to take the life of the old man, and thus rid myself of the old man forever," directly relates to how a single moment can impact a life when the man possessed the desire to murder the old man with deranged eye. He made one decision that changed the course of his life. He experienced a mixture of extreme guilt and madness after he had committed the crime. Through his decision to kill the man, it revealed his character, which is evidently hateful and willing enough to take a person's life based off of one physical characteristic. The character took pleasure in taking the old man's life and ridding the world of his eye. I smiled, for what had I to fear? I bade the gentleman welcome. The shriek, I said, was my own in a dream. The old man I mentioned was absent in the country. The character took pleasure and felt an instantaneous rush of joy following the murder of the old man. Joy he experienced showed a great deal of his character when determining the kind of person the murderer is. Through these quotes, Telltale Heart thoroughly conveys the idea that a single moment can impact an individual's life, which also reveals the character of these individuals based off of their choices. The second text analyzed includes 102 Minutes, written by Jim Dwyer and Kevin Flynn. The tragic event taken place on 9/11/2001 of the plane crashing into the World Trade Center buildings is a blunt example of the impact of a single moment on many individuals' lives in this case. The quote, "Flight 11 had hit One World Trade Center, the North Tower, at 450 miles an hour, having traveled the full length of Manhattan Island, 14 miles from north to south of the building, in less than 2 minutes," reveals an exact moment which impacted so many individuals' lives forever. In this instance, family members were taken away from their loved ones in a matter of seconds, and actions taken by these family members and individuals during such a horrific time deeply reveals the character of individuals based off of their actions. An example of an individual's character being revealed includes a man by the name Richard Fern. Fern did not speak to them. He lifted the wall off the ground and rested it on the banister, creating a triangle that was just big enough for them to crawl under. Fern's instantaneous instincts to help others while he is also frantically attempting to save his own life reveals his kind character after this tragic moment that impacted his life in such a major way. As described, 102 Minutes is a very dominant example of how a single moment can impact an individual's life, which then comes to reveal that same individual's character as a result of their action taken throughout the single moment. As shown with the two previous novels, one moment can significantly impact a person's life, as well as can reveal a person's character. For the novella of Macbeth, written by William Shakespeare, he describes the life of a faithful thane who makes the decision to take his king's life, which evidently demonstrates his character. With Macbeth's one choice to kill King Duncan, it shows how a single moment can impact your life due to the fact that his whole life was changed. Before Macbeth chose to kill King Duncan, he talked to himself about doing the deed. He knew exactly what he was doing, and still chose to take an innocent man's life. "Hear it not, Duncan, for it is Nell, that summons thee to heaven or to hell. I have done the deed." After he became king, he started becoming power-hungry, along with taking many other men's lives, after he made the decision to take the king's life. One example of his ruthlessness is shown in "So he is mine, and in bloody distance, that every minute of his being thrust against my nearest of life, and though I could with barefaced power sweep him from my sight." Macbeth becomes infatuated with power and chooses to kill many other people, which reveals much about his overall character. His choices help demonstrate Macbeth's hateful nature towards people after his decision to kill King Duncan. Overall, one moment can forever impact a person's life and can be very helpful in revealing a person's character.